This is Dr. Anastasia Chopelas, the scientific healer, and today I'm going to talk about taking time off and vacations, which is where I was last week, and why that's important for your well-being and how you feel, and even rebooting yourself and changing bad habits. So as I was on vacation, I was gone. We went to visit my son and his family, and we had a marvelous time. And one of the things that I kept noticing that I wanted to do was I wanted to open my computer and I wanted to start working. I had to take it because I had some commitments that I couldn't get out of, but it was minimal. It was under 5 hours, maybe 3 for the whole week. And I kept wanting to open my computer and do things, and I forced myself to not do them and instead focus on other things, whether it was to relax while doing something or to play with one of my grandkids or have a conversation with my son, but doing something other than working. And in that process, I saw that I was able to release a lot of that wound up tension because I can work for, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, no problem. It's really easy for me to fall into that habit. And what happens is that you and I can get stale doing that, and getting out of an old habit like that of constantly working. What that does is it helps reboot your system. It's like wiping the slate clean. And now when I'm coming back to work today, I feel like I'm ready to embrace and move forward and do all the things that I needed to do without feeling like, oh yeah, here's another thing I have to do. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah. And instead of beating myself up, I'm embracing it with a lot more fun and everything like that. And one of the things that one of my colleagues keep asking me, like, what is it that you really enjoy? What is it that you have fun doing? Well, I've done a really great many fun things in my life, including traveling all over the world, doing running, vacationing, being on different continents, learning languages, speaking with the natives. It's like this whole variety, eating crazy food, whole variety of things that has been fun, hobbies. One hobby after another I've tried. I've moved and lived in different places. So for me, the most fun now is enjoying my grandchildren. I have 3, one's 5, one's 2, and one's 1. And the 5 and 1-year-old are the 2 that I got to visit up there. And I got to play with them and get to know them and read my granddaughter stories and tell her jokes. Like, we did a lot of knock-knock jokes and we giggled a lot. And that felt like really big fun for me, where other people, well... Okay, but when you see life from the perspective of a young child and how joyful they are all the time, it really lifts your spirits. When you're raising them, when I was raising my 2 children, it was a lot of fun, but that for me was really a lot of fun. And then I came home and I hadn't seen my dad in 2 weeks. So I drove over. He's a 10-minute drive, and I got to see my sister and her family. And, and I got to chat with him and appreciate him on a whole new level. So that time off is super duper invaluable, because what it does for you energetically is it breaks the cycle. It's like our bodies are designed to keep on the same track, the same habits. So whether it's illness, whether it's eating poorly, whether it's not exercising, that kind of thing will stay in this loop. Because when I work with people and I do healings on them, I notice that they're locked in these bad habits, and I have to do a special healing at the end of every energy session that I do. At the end of every energy session, I have to tell the cells that this is new programming and to let the old programming go. And when you take a day or 2 off and you go out and you get out of your daily habits and you get out of those things, even if it's to meditate for a few minutes, you stop this, when you break the loop and break that cycle, you get out of this really locked in, like your daily life and daily grooves. And that's what's really important, is that your body can get in these poor energetic habits. And by taking that time off and enforcing it, by saying, no, I won't open my computer, I'm going to be disciplined, I won't do my work, I'm going to definitely take time off. And so last week when I was getting ready to do the broadcast, my Monday broadcast like this one, I thought, no, I think I'm actually going to take the time off and not have to groom, instead play with my grandkids and have a chat with my son and see how he's doing, and have a chat with my daughter-in-law and her family. They all live nearby. And my brother even came over, and at first I thought, well, I see him a lot, but it was actually a really fun day to chat with them in a different environment, because normally I see them at my dad's, and their energy is different there than if I see them on their own or with my kids. So just breaking those energetic bonds and those energetic habits just every once in a while. That's why weekends are good. You can go out and have fun and break up the daily thing. Like I take every Friday off. A lot of people try to call me on Friday and this, where were you? I was calling all day. I said, I don't answer my phone on Fridays. It's my mental health day off. And if I do anything, it's usually for me, or I'm just taking care of stuff, but I don't talk to anybody on that day. So by having those kinds of, you can set this up on your calendar, this from here to here, I'm not answering calls. From here to here, I'm out doing something, and set that up for yourself. So you do take not just a whole week off, but also intermittent times off, so you can help your body break this energetic cycle, this groove that we will lock ourselves into. I always said when it's just like driving to and from work, you have your set path, and when you get on the road, it's like your mind checks out and you get there and it feels like you've only been on the road 2 minutes, even though it's been an hour. Because you've checked out, you're in that kind of like that zone, that hypnosis place where you're checked out. And sometimes we'll say, oh, well, let's drop off at the store to pick something up on the way home. And then we end up home, and how'd you get there? Well, the grooves that are already set in the road, just took me home. So that's the same thing, is that because you can do it that way, your body will get into, and your spirit and your mental thinking will get into those grooved habits. And it's good to break those habits so you can open the door to new thinking and new habits. Let's say you want to break an old habit, which is something that I wanted to do, and I'm so energized that I'm able to do it today. I'm able to stick with my new program rather than go back into that old program. And if you have any requests for healing, like just put it in the chat box, and I'm really happy to do that healing. Or if you have a question on being healed. So in the meantime, let's everybody sit up straight and pull your shoulders back and take some nice deep breaths all the way down to your toes and your fingers. And let's just breathe nice and gently. That's going to create a mini 1-minute vacation for you to help you break that habit. That's why mini meditations throughout the day is another reason why it's good. Instead of being in that tense whatever thing that you're doing, because our brain is wired to think negatively, is to let that go and allow yourself that freedom. And any of you that would like to have a further conversation with me, or to talk about how you might need energetic help to get out of those bad habits and out of that cycle that you can get locked into, you can connect with me at scientifichealer.com/contact, or make an appointment and have a conversation at scientifichealer.com/appointment. whether you want to be healed, whether you have questions about it, or you would like to learn how to heal and how to do the things that I'm able to do, because you all have the capability of doing these very same things. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up or like below, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.